got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on
the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And his first pass is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. Cook now off the read option, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap, Fields. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on third. Back to the ground, Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Vikings are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off of play action, Darnold. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tim Patrick, 45 yards. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Now Fields. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll get this one. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Stiff-armed him. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On play action, Fields. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. And Shark hauls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3 scored. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They run again on 1st down. Cook. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Here's Darnold. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Darnold. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. Perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, it's Cook again. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Completes it to Watt. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking down the field, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying. On 1st down, Darnold. That's complete, right around the 8. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Steps away to his left. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. They're going to snub this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, Stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a throw here to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow it. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
Joseph's got it. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete to Otten. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's got room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 32 yards. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 57 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Darnold now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Darnold to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Cook again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Fields. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A give to Cook out of the gun. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.